everybody, welcome back to AP Red. It is me, Jason Drew, doing something a little untraditional. We've stepped out of the studio into Fort Greene Park in Brooklyn, New York, because we had to catch up with a friend of mine who, by the way, Denis Hare. Welcome to AP Red.
My pleasure. How are you?
I was doing my homework, like everybody does when they go to work. They have, something to do, and you have to do your homework. So I was homeworking you
on the computer.
Yeah.
IMDb, Google.
I Googled you like nobody's business. I shut down the laptop. I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Turn on my favorite stories. There you are on CSI Miami.
Oh, playing an unhappy DA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Evan Talbot.
You're unavoidable these days.
You know, everyone has their moment. I hope mine lasts more than 2 minutes.
You have been on the stage, on the television, on the big screen, everywhere. And there's one thing that I've noticed consistently with you is your portrayal of any character that I've ever seen you do is so natural and
Thank
so
you.
smooth. Where did you study?
I studied at Northwestern, actually, university, and we come from the Stanislavski tradition of acting, which is not the method tradition of acting. Stanislavski is kind of about asking a bunch of questions. Who's your character? Where are they from? Why are they here? What do they want? All that kind of thing. And we studied Chekhov. That was kind of our way into acting. We used Chekhov as a tool. So we are it's all based on naturalism of the sort, even though I don't think that Michael Chekhov or Stanislavski would call it that.
So to do something, I'm trying to think of a role that you've done that was a little
Bigger
than life.
Well, I mean, Neil Simon, Sweet Charity, Oscar. I did a thing called Pig Farm, which was definitely bigger than life. It's guys who did Urinetown, so it's in a different universe. Assassins is actually kind of bigger than life in a strange way. Even comedy tends to be bigger than life. I did a movie called The Proposal with Sandy Bullock, and that guy was kind of out there, kind of fun.
And you can still draw and sit down. Like, what is your prep for character development?
I have to tell you, it'd actually be kind of laughable. I actually do research for every single character. I do heavy-duty research. If I'm playing a government guy, I go on government websites and I try to figure out why he's hired, who he was hired from. I actually look at pictures of government guys. How do they wear their hair? What do they wear for ties?
You're also on a little known show. Some people may know it. It's on HBO called True Blood. Yeah, Trubies out there are going, oh my God, he's talking to Russell. Oh my God. It's true. How, 2,700 years old?
2,800 years old.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
You look great.
Thank you very much. I'm wearing a hat for a reason. Everything is tied up top.
Were you a vampire fan of like the vampire novels and stuff like that?
You know what? When I was 8 years old, I was a vampire. I was Count Dracula. I loved Count Dracula. I had a book called How to Care for Your Monster when I was 8 or 9, which I got at my grade school, my parochial grade school. We used to be able to order books, and I ordered How to Care for Your Monster.
And
The Wizard of Id, the
really
paperbacks,
paper.
yeah.
Yep.
Wizard of Id, How to Care for Your Monster, whatever. BC, I loved BC. And then I read Dracula in high school and almost freaked out. It was such an amazing book. I read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, huge monster freak. And then, I watched Dark Shadows as a kid. Barnabas Collins. It was the great vampire thing. And then Frank Langella came along and made vampire sexy with Vampire on Broadway, Dracula on Broadway. And then we had, what was the next Vampire Revolution? Before True Blood. I don't know, there's been a few iterations. It's
been like evolving to more and more daily life. Either a new book or a new TV show or a new film. And
and what's great about True Blood, I think, is Charlene Harris's invention is that vampires come out into the open. That's her invention.
The excitement of what's going to happen it has people literally. It's like appointment television all over again.
I'm telling you, next week. I mean, the funny thing is, I don't know the other storylines as well as my own. We all sat into the same room, and I watched people do the read-through, so I know what's coming up. I don't remember precisely which episode. My stuff I sort of remember. I know that next week, episode 7 is pretty amazing. Things get set into motion that are incredibly dangerous, and then it's kind of like all downhill ride from there. It just goes worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And then 9, it kind of explodes. Yeah. We have hard fangs and soft fangs, and then you have a backup fang. The hard fangs are for speaking because they are harder and you can get the S's out, Shooky Stackhouse. And the soft fangs are for biting. So when you're biting somebody, you don't want to hurt them with the hard fangs, so you put in your soft fangs. But they're hard to speak in, so...
Are they adhesive?
Nope.
So they're just...
They're made for your mouth and your teeth, and so they fit exactly. They're incredibly... They're custom made. So they just slide onto your teeth, and the gum goes into your gum line, and they're in, and that's it.
I'm envisioning, like, on the set, like, this really good scene and your teeth slip. Never happened?
It did happen when I had the soft fangs in, and I was being very emotional, and I was like, I don't know. God. It was hard. We have a fang wrangler.
A fang wrangler?
Yeah. Fangs. Fangs, please. Yeah, fang wrangler.
And out comes...
Yep. Because you put them in and out a lot. If you're going to do a bit where you're speaking and then they're going out, they come out, you do it without them first. And then you go back and do it again with them in, and then they marry the two images at one point to make them go. Yeah, and then we go into ADR, the sound booth afterward, and we make all the sounds.
Oh, so that's your actual...
We make the... I spend a lot of time at ADR doing this. Because we have to have the sucking sounds when you're on somebody. And also, when I laugh, I apparently laugh silently. So I'm always going to ADR, and they're going, we need you to actually make sound when you laugh. And I say, but I don't make sound when I laugh. I know we need you to. So I'm in ADR doing this. For hours. I did 11 out of 12 episodes. I wasn't in the first one. I'm in all the rest. And anything's possible on True Blood. Characters always have a future.
Well, now, Russell was, in the book, wasn't very prominent.
Nope.
But was it you, the actor, or the way that the script writing went that he became more of a main focal point?
I think they had decided before they even hired me what they wanted, which was a much more powerful, charming, deadly vampire. In the books, he feels a little bit like a joke, kind of like a gimmick, not in a bad way, but he's not a major character. And Alan Ball and the writers always jump off from the books and go in the direction that they want to. And they wanted him to be a major mover and shaker, I think. So they made him much more powerful.
The show has definitely such a diverse audience, and I think one of the biggest impacts it's had is with the human rights equality campaigns and everything like that. It's so parallel to everything that's going on in today's world.
Yeah,
and timing is everything, and I think it's so amazing to see this unfold. In such a positive way.
The Vampire Rights Amendment, which is figuring in last week's episode a little bit, and you'll hear more about it in the next couple upcoming episodes. In one little thing, the post-mortem after the episode, they actually had a little clip. It was a clip they made for the TV insert during the episode, and they had a southern Louisiana congressman, Republican, talking about how, we can't have equal rights for vampires. Vampires shouldn't be able to marry human beings, and I thought it was great. It was a direct corollary. And what's fascinating about this season is Russell and Talbot have the most stable relationship. The only relationship that's 700 years old is the gay relationship between two vampires. Everyone else is like hopping in and out of bed. These two guys, well, hopping out of bed, but they've committed to each other.
They're hopping out of bed together.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. No, thank you.
The fact that people still show up on Sunday night to watch True Blood is incredible.
Yeah.
That their ratings are that high masks how many people are actually watching it. And I'm telling you, from the security guard in my accountant's building to the stewardess on the plane to 15-year-old girls up in Woodstock, New York, everybody seems to watch the show. I'm amazed at how many people watch it.
Are you actually competing with yourself, with Brothers and Sisters and True Blood?
I'm attempting to do some sort of crossover episode at one point where Russell kills Travis. Yeah, he takes him hostage and kills him, and then they both appear on Law and Order, and I'll defend myself as Russell against myself, I think.
While in Miami.
Prosecuting myself as Evan Talbot.
Yes, lovely. Check him out. Dennis Hare, thanks so much for stopping by.
My pleasure.
Red. Nice
Thanks
to
for
see you
having me.
again.
My pleasure.
Oh, hi, America. Big fan of True Blood. Love it, watch it. Every Sunday at 9 p.m.